Welcome. I can't believe this is the 8th annual Poverty Summit. I think I spoke at the second one years ago as a client, and I remember being so nervous and reading notes off of my phone on my little iPhone. Still about the same level of nervousness. I don't think that ever goes away. I feel a little bit more confident though today. Thank you for coming. This is an event where you get to see all the hard work that Circles puts in throughout the year. You get to hear some amazing stories of triumph and overcoming hardship. And when I went through Circles, I didn't even know that I was in poverty. I didn't even know what that looked like. I just thought it was a way of life and the system that I was caught in. Like I thought that life was always going to be that way. I remember finding out what hidden rules are and what barriers are, and then trying to find solutions for my barriers. It has been a fun time. I remember when, am I too close? Thank you. I remember around Christmas time working 2 or 3 jobs and not having enough money even for Christmas. I have a colorful past, and I was cleaning up a lot of the wreckage from my past, and my wages were getting garnished, and out of the kindness of people's hearts, I remember one night somebody rang the doorbell, and I went to the door, and there was an envelope with a couple $100 in it around Christmas time. And that was the gifts that I had around Christmas time. I remember my kids wanting to join sports teams, and I didn't have enough money to sign them up for a sports team, because I had to clean up the wreckage, or there were bills that had to be paid. The biggest complaint from my kids were, "Dad, you're not home enough." I had to work 2 and 3 jobs to take care of some of the wreckage that I had created in my life, and I had to pay bills and stuff. So, I was gone. I almost found a way to get paid for every hour I was awake, but that also meant that I was at home with my kids a lot. My addiction took me to some dark places, and even a suicide attempt one time. And I remember waking up in the emergency room being mad that I was still here, because I was so tired of the way I was living. And I remember that so clearly, like it was yesterday, of the madness that was just like I can't do anything right. I couldn't be a father right. I couldn't be a citizen right. I couldn't be a human being. I had failed at so many different things. And, the thoughts of maybe this world would be a better place without me. Today I'm very grateful that I'm still here. I get to be that guiding light today in people's lives of hey, don't turn right, turn left. Let's go this way. And it takes what I've been through to have purpose. It was for nothing. It wasn't for nothing. It was I can use the pain that I've been through and the struggles that I've been through to help people. And I hope that the people that are speaking today can do the same. You guys have the opportunity to be that guiding light for others. And I think that's what civility is all about. We grab the next person and bring them up. I talked a couple years ago about the ripple effect, and I want to talk about it again. Think of the ripple effect of all the people that you guys help. You guys are from organizations all over, but the ripple effect goes down to the kids. The kids end up living better lives, and the ripple effect in the community. I don't think you can really comprehend how far that ripple effect goes. I run into people 3 or 4 years later, and they're like, "Hey, I remember you came into the jail and shared your story," and I was like, "I don't really remember you," but you never know the light that you're going to spark in somebody. So I think my motto is just keep shining bright, no matter what. And we have a little video to play for you, a new little video. And then Amy will be after that.